Miss Dorman. All right, house will be in order. House will be in order. Yep. Ms. Cobb Hunter, can you help me?
Y'all move. Change around. Move. Get out the way.
All members to the seat. All members to your seat. All right. All right. House will be in order. All I can say is what a tremendous week it has been to be a Gamecock. And I want to recognize my friend, Representative Rutherford, to talk about this outstanding basketball team and the best coach in America, Dawn Staley, Mr. Todd Rutherford. Mr. Rutherford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, and Mr. Speaker, before I talk about the Gamecocks, I wanted to take a second to talk about this House because, Mr. Speaker, you and I came in 1998. And since that time, we have seen presidents come through those doors. We've seen national championship football teams come through those doors. And never in the history of this chamber have we seen the welcome that this team got this morning. But, Mr. Speaker, I have to tell you, I was sitting at main event down the street with Representative Tedder. We were watching the game, and as soon as the game ended, I saw students sprint out of the restaurant and start running down the street. I saw students running down the street as if someone was chasing them. And Representative Tedder and I said, where are they going? What is going on? And just one after one, and then groups, masses of students running down the street. So I ended up following them because they were going to a party. I certainly wanted to be there. And so we ended up in front of the library at the fountain. But, Mr. Speaker, you couldn't see the fountain. You couldn't see any water for all the students who thought that this was their time to celebrate the national champion Gamecocks by jumping into the fountain. Because this team simply has that impact on people, not just on this house, but people in general, and the need to feel like we are celebrating something bigger than ourselves, that we are celebrating something bigger than a team, that we are celebrating champions. Because, ladies and gentlemen, every good sports story starts as an underdog, but this one doesn't start that way. This team was number one in the beginning, and this team is number one at the end. They dominated. They had double-digit leads in 6 NCAA tournament games, not just in the beginning of the season when they're playing nobodies like Clemson, but all the way through the NCAA tournament. They led by double digits. And when you look at the final score, April 3rd, 2022, the final score against the Connecticut Huskies, some thought that we couldn't beat them. Some worried that they may be really the number one and we were just given the title. They won 64-49. That is not simply winning like some of the boys' games. That is not simply winning like some other championships. That is a domination and a show of force and a show of class. Because the young ladies and young men standing in front of me, and Coach Staley likes to believe that her team moves as one. And so it's not just about the players, it's about the coaches, it's about the assistant coaches, it's about everyone that participates to make this team better. And so while Coach Staley stands to my left, and we'll talk about her in a second, there's also Lisa Boyer, Fred Chamel, Jolette Law, Cynthia Jordan, and if you all will just step forward and wave as I call your name, and I apologize, and Lisa want to step forward, Fred want to step forward. Jolette, Cynthia Jordan, Freddie Reedy, Diane Palmer, Peyton Martin, Molly Benetti, Craig Oates, Ariana Moore, Hudson Jacobs, Christopher Matlock, Diana Koval, Brad Muller, Raylan Ross, Samantha Bowen, Kendrick Lindsay, Monique Brown, Christopher Matlock, Adrian White, and Jeremy Floyd. And now I'll get to the team. Raven Johnson, Sanaya Fagan, Sanaya Rivers, Bree Hall, Camilla Cordoza, Anaya Russell, Cordoza, and thank you, Mr. Speaker, Destiny Littleton, Destiny Henderson, or Henny, the highest career game of her life. Where is she? There she is. With 26 points. Victoria Saxton, Elisa Wesolek, Lily Grisette, Letitia Amihir, Zaya Cook, Olivia Thompson, Bree Beal, and of course, not present, Aaliyah Boston. Where is she? I'm sorry, I didn't see her. I was told you weren't gonna be here. So just so you all know, I was told that she would not be here today and that we were going to wait. And so I apologize for missing her coming up the steps, but I wanted to tell you why I missed her. I missed her because every time I saw her play, there were 3 opponents on her. For those of you that either went to Clemson or don't know, there are only 5 people on the basketball court, and 3 of them were always guarding Aaliyah. And so it's easy not to recognize her when she's not being followed around by 3 opponents. Ladies and gentlemen, 14 years ago, I stood at this podium and I introduced a coach that at that time was brand new to South Carolina, and she had only won 3 gold medals. And we talked about Coach Staley, and we talked about how she was going to transform basketball, not ladies basketball, but basketball at the University of South Carolina. We talked about all the things that she did in the community, and we talked about all the things that she was going to do. And ladies and gentlemen, she has accomplished far more than that. Because while she only had 3 gold medals when she started, she's up to 4 now. While, ladies and gentlemen, this is only her second national title, we were robbed of a third as COVID hit. Otherwise, this would be their 3rd time here. It gives me great honor to introduce to you all the Gamecock basketball team of 2022 national champions. We are so proud, and let's give them a round of applause.
University of South Carolina Gamecock national championship basketball team. Ladies and Coach, if I could just say a few words, and I think I've earned that right. I'm USC grad. I went there 9 years, Coach Staley. I like college so much I never wanted to leave. Got 3 degrees from the university. And every time one of South Carolina's teams does something like this, I'm kind of like Darius Rucker. The Dolphins made him cry. The Gamecocks make me cry. So last week, I did shed a tear in joy as my alma mater won the national championship. I can't tell you how proud I am of you. I can't tell you how proud alumni all over the state are proud of you. People who didn't go to South Carolina, members of this body, are proud of you. I know every one of you. I know the player who plays a minute a game, Coach, and I know the one who plays more than a minute a game and scores all the points, because all of you are so special. And as Coach Staley said, and I stayed up and watched everything she said, she thanked everybody associated with this team. She thanked the practice players. She thanked the players that didn't get to play that much, because a national championship is special. It's special to your high school. It's even more special to your state. What you ladies have done is truly, truly outstanding. And it is our honor to stand up here today and congratulate you. And Mr. Rutherford said, I have never seen a team get this sort of reception. You guys are rock stars. Coach, congratulations. Coach of the Year, everything that you have earned, you so greatly deserve. We are so proud. I am so proud that you represent my university. I don't know if you remember this, but last time I gave you some advice, and which was a bad thing to do, because I think Tina Roy had a great game at LSU. You remember that? And I said, maybe you ought to play Tina more. And like 2 weeks later, Tina had gone 0 for 8 the next game, and Coach Staley walked by me, and I don't think she remembers it. She goes, you reckon I ought to play Tina more now? And she just walked on by me. So I ain't giving advice today. I'm only handing out accolades, but Coach Staley, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for mentoring this team. Thank you for being at the University of South Carolina. Thank you for representing our great state with class and style and making all of us proud to be South Carolinians. Thank you all. All right, members, we've got lunch on the grounds. So Mr. Collins is going to move that we recede to 1:30. That's in 1 hour. I suggest you be back in your seat at 1:30 because we're going to start promptly then. Mr. Collins moves to recede to 1:30. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Mr. Hyatt, Mr. Simmerl.